Hey guys, so all this backlash to Dusty's video about the alt-right is fucking largely ridiculous. While I obviously disagree with his conclusion at the end of the video that you should vote for Hillary, I mean, Bernie Sanders made that calculation, so I can't get too mad. It's not like only an idiot could think that that voting for Hillary is the best choice. I think that people who are doing that are mistaken, and they're actually doing more to hurt the Democratic Party than to help it, because Dusty's two assumptions that go into the idea that Hillary is the lesser of two evils is one, that she's going to actually follow through with what she says she's going to do on the Democratic platform, which I don't fucking believe because I read the WikiLeaks and she said she has public and private positions on purpose, and specifically that she made those concessions, quote, just so that we think we won. So I'm not going to fall for that first trick. And the second assumption that goes into the idea that Hillary is the lesser of two evils is that there are no consequences to having a bad Democratic president. Now, what do I mean by that? What I mean is that when you elect the president between Democrats and Republicans, which it is often, well, not often, but always is, Democrat or Republican, Democrat, Republican, it's a lot like playing a game of roulette, in that the more you get one result, if you get Republican, 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 then it's like getting black, 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 and then the more you get that, the less likely it is for you to keep getting it. So it's harder to get a Democrat president right after a Democratic president because people tend towards wanting change. So especially if you have a shitty Democratic president who is mired with scandals like Hillary Clinton. So her approval rating will not only make it harder for her to get in the White House, which has been a nail-biter with a fascist orangutan buffoon with Hillary Clinton. It's been a nail-biter, but once she gets in, it's not like, oh, we accomplished something. We could have very well pushed back the brand of the Democratic Party by putting this tarnished, corrupt figurehead at the top of it. So basically, by electing Hillary Clinton, we're making the whole Democratic Party look corrupt. Largely, it is. But there are many good Democratic senators, like the one in my state, Deborah Ross, who is in a tighter race than she would have to be than if we had a reasonable, non-corrupt, non-mired with scandals person at the top of our ticket. Okay, Dusty? And electing her, I argue, would only do more damage to the Democrats. This election is an election of who's going to get the damage done to them. And I think that a Trump presidency would damage the Republican Party, and that a Hillary Clinton presidency would damage the Democratic Party. It's pretty simple to understand, Dusty, why you're wrong about that. But what Dusty said about the alt-right, that's actually a little bit more complicated for me. Because while I disagree completely with the backlash, which is coming from the Donald subreddit and whatnot, and from the alt-right at large, I don't agree with his argument against the alt-right. Basically, how I feel about the alt-right is they're basically just Rush Limbaugh rebranded for the kids to make it seem cool, man, and edgy. We're fighting the system, man. And it kind of fits in with what I talked about before with the whole opposition versus establishment, which with whatever party's in power. Obama's been in power for the last 8 years, so it's kind of making people have an oppositionist kind of feeling, which used to manifest itself on YouTube with smart videos about policy positions that are liberal, largely, because the opposition was to Bush. But now that the opposition's to a Democrat, now it's edgy and cool to be someone who hates gay people in that they won't let them get married, or that, you know, would argue that you can discriminate against someone from coming in your business because you don't like something about them arbitrarily, like that they're transgender or something. So when Rush Limbaugh used to argue for that kind of stuff, it was like, okay, that guy's an idiot. All we'll do is ridicule him rightly. But when Milo Yiannopoulos does it, he's funny. Oh my God, he has weird blonde hair and he's gay, but he hates himself. Oh my God, it's so funny. Ha 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 ha. He's a self-hater. Oh my God, that's so funny. Yeah. So basically, I would describe the alt-right as right-wingers on the internet who are given false legitimacy and false credibility and false respect from liberals. The thing that separates the alt-righters in my mind from normal right-wingers is they'll get respect and they'll even be propped up, I would say, by liberals. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about like when people that I respect, like the Bible Reloaded, who are liberals, they talk about it on occasion. They'll shit on Trump because it's funny. You know, it's fun to do. They're obviously liberal. They're smart people, so they're more likely to be liberals. That's kind of what I thought we were doing on this whole internet thing. But they will bring on people like they will talk giddily, ooh, like they're gonna bring on people like Milo Yiannopoulos as if he's not a piece of shit. See, the alt-right is putting out Milo Yiannopoulos, who will espouse the exact same policies as Rush Limbaugh. But one of these people has no chance of getting on the Bible Reloaded and appealing to young people. The other one has a huge chance, and his mob of young people will come after you if you shit on him. That's my problem with the alt-right and why I think it's extremely dangerous and it is a real thing. People always try to say, oh, the alt-right's not even, it's so nebulous. They just try to avoid criticism even though they're obviously part of it. The problem is it's the right wing appealing to younger people. And that's scary to me because I thought that at least the saving grace of my ideology, my liberal ideology, is that the young people are going to take over eventually, and then the conservatism is going to die out slowly, especially with demographics, like in Texas with race and with age. But the age thing is being fought against by people like Milo Yiannopoulos, who are really just pushing to enrich people like himself and other rich people who are already on top. He is just pushing economic conservatism and social conservatism to push down other people like himself and poor people who probably support his shit and will troll on other people's videos and type racist stuff like, oh, Leslie Jones is a nigger because she was in a bad movie. Ha. I mean, why do you gotta shit on Leslie Jones? She was in a bad movie. Isn't it bad enough that she was in Ghostbusters? Isn't it bad enough? This video's gone on too long. That's what I think of the alt-right. That's how I would define them. Like this video, subscribe, do all that shit. If you haven't done it, what the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you?